So surreal.
I know.
Guys, we just go for dinner.
So how does both your characters, how does your character get along when you guys meet each other for the first time?
We don't know. We haven't met yet.
No, that's
We only met for the first time properly as humans in our real lives.
yesterday.
Yeah. So I'm excited to find out what happens. It's nice to have another English person.
So can you talk a little bit about moving from animation and then going into preparing for your character through Arrow and now going into Legends of Tomorrow? What you kind of had to, what kind of mindset you had to get into for that?
I read a lot of comics and everything, and just watching the shows, really getting an idea of the energy and the pace of the shows. But also because I'm the grandmother of the Vixen, there's been a nice amount of flexibility with also creating my own characteristics as well, but also merging it so we recognise the character. So it's been really fun. It's been a really nice process.
Also, we got to see a lot of the personal side of your character and how the things that have happened to you have affected your decisions.
Yeah.
Moving forward, do you think we've seen the last of that, or is there maybe more of that to explore?
I mean, he's been through so much.
Yeah.
And it has to affect him. I think it's changed. I think it's fundamentally changed him as a person. And yeah, I think there will hopefully be a few more lighter moments for Rip this season, but also I'm very aware that there has to be an underlying sadness to him, having lost what he's lost. His whole life was about saving his family, and he didn't achieve that. So he feels awful about it. So I think there will be some of that, but there's also a huge twist for him quite early on, which changes everything. So I'm yet to see how that works out. I'm very excited about it. What they've said is going to happen.
Can you talk at all about Rip's relationship with the Justice Society?
At the moment, he's not that aware of it, as far as I know. We're only shooting episode 1 of them, so I got to the page where everyone appears in the script there, and I'm not allowed to say who's in the gang, but it's a really. There's so many pages in the first script that I went, oh, I'm so glad they're doing this. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
There was an episode in season 1 when they referenced that Rip's real name was Michael.
Yes.
Were we supposed to look into that because it's his dad Bruce DeGaule's real name is Michael John Carter?
I have no idea. I don't know if you're meant to read into it. You'll have to ask me.
Is there anything you'd like to see happen for your character this season? Anything you didn't get to do that you just want to do?
Smile. I don't know. Go to a party. Hang out with friends. No, I'm currently. It's not in my nature to be a violent person, so it's quite nice to live out these things that I don't do in my real life at work. And I'm preparing for quite a big fight on Tuesday. A fight with style and panache. And I'm really excited about getting to do more of that, which is something that I've never really. I'm normally cast as the guy that can't fight, because that reflects my own personality. So it's really nice. It's a nice challenge to get to do some more action things and live out my Indiana Jones fantasies from my youth.
Your Old West Sidearm is the futuristic Old West Sidearm is one of the coolest weapons on TV.
Oh, that's
Did you have any input on designing that?
No, I just got given a light-up gun and I was like, this is great. I can work with this. Do you have one?
My thing is I can channel any animal alive or extinct and use their powers, their skills, basically. So yeah, I touch my necklace and it just comes out of me.
That's like, you never watch Visionary? There's a cartoon called Visionary. It's like a hologram in the stomach of an animal. And when they wanted to, an animal. Let's do more Visionaries.
Daisy, can you talk a little bit about your interpretation of Vixen? Were you familiar with the comic book side of it?
Yes, and I've been watching the online show, and she's really nice. I mean, the Vixen in the comics, she's a really strong, damaged she's a woman and she's been through a lot. And I think it's important to bring aspects of that in, but also she has this fire and this sort of this really strong sense of justice, and that's what I think is quite special about her. She fights to the end. And I think it's going to be interesting watching how she then interacts with this group of superheroes who are not really what she would consider a superhero to be, and how that changes her and what she learns from it.
Yeah, there's certain questionable like morals in terms of how far do you take that justice. Yeah.
The world isn't as black and white as she thought it was. Like for her, there's like a clear right or wrong. And these guys are going to show her the right.
Your Vixen is coming from a different time period and so on. So how different might her costume look like since from the current Vixen that we have?
I don't want to give too much away. Her superhero costume isn't dated, let's say that. It's kind of timeless. But then within that, obviously, we go to different time periods. We're just dressing up accordingly. But I think what's going to come out of it is the Justice Society in America is much more tight group, very sort of practical, very straightforward, and that's from the 1940s. So that's that kind of attitude we feel all the time.
Does the costume represent that of really being from that time, where
I think the costume is.
Do you get a cake?
No, I don't get a cake.
No one gets a cake in these shows.
It's an evolution of the costume that we saw on Vixen. I think the costume and the necklace they are Vixen. No matter what generation we are, they are her. So we wanted to continue that flow.
And I'm going to start wearing my underpants on the outside of my house. Just to feel a bit more
That's on your head.
You should just show up one day in a cave and see if they let you wear it.
It's dangerous.
That's right, kids are dangerous.
but they look really good.
Or maybe just have them go back to the 80s and you can, sport it and it'll be totally normal.
I want to do an episode of this show set in the 1970s vision of the future, like set in like Barbarella, or everyone's wearing like spandex and with glitter in it.
Bubbles on their head.
Really camp.
Have you seen any special effects footage of your character, like using powers or anything?
I think like with when it was on Arrow, we saw the sort of ghost as such of the spirit animal come out. I think that would be really cool to follow that through. I'm excited just to see how the effects work. I don't know what you guys do yet.
Magic.
Is it just fighting? I want to do some fighting. I'm excited about that. Yeah. Sorry, I gotta wrap.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.